Hi everyone. In the last class, we discussed what is the introduction of symmetrical component in lecture 1. Now, what is the summarize of lecture 1? Now, what is the importance of symmetrical component? Why we have study for symmetrical component? That we discussed in the lecture 1. And I'm going to summarize it here. Now, in the symmetrical component, any unbalanced system is going to replace with three balanced component. The three balanced components are called symmetrical component. The three balanced components are that is positive sequence component, negative sequence component, and zero sequence component. The positive sequence component can be represented suffix 1, negative sequence can be represented by suffix 2, and the zero sequence component they represented suffix 0. Now, that is here IR and IY and IB are the unbalanced quantity. We are writing these unbalanced quantities in terms of symmetrical component. That is IR equal to IR0 plus IR1 plus IR2. Similarly for IY, IY0 plus IY1 plus IY2. IB we can write as IB0, IB1 plus IB2. Similarly for voltage, but it is not applicable for power. The power is a scalar quantity. That's the reason we can derive the power in terms of symmetrical component in the coming session. Now, today we are going to discuss in detail about each symmetrical component. Let us discuss first what is the positive sequence component. Now, we are going to discuss today first positive sequence component. Is a positive sequence, positive sequence. Now, here it is a sequence component, it is a balanced component, so that it is satisfy the our balanced condition. What is a balanced condition means? All the phases are equal in magnitude, that is IR1 magnitude should be equal to IY1 magnitude should be equal to IB. In this, now the positive sequence component here, the condition is it should be a the balance condition. The balance system, what is the condition? That is all the phases are equal in magnitude. That is IR1 should be equal to IY1, that should be equal to IB1. Another is each phase displaced by 120 degrees. Now I am going to draw the vector diagram. This is this. This is IR1. This is IY1. This is IB. Now, in the lecture 1, we will discuss what is the condition for balance system. The condition for balance system, there are three conditions. The current through the neutral will be 0. That is the first condition. Second condition, the magnitude of each phase should be equal. That is second condition. Third condition is the each phase displaced by 120 degrees. Now, here the sequence components are balance components, so that will be satisfy the what are the balance conditions. Now, here that is magnitude should be equal IR1, magnitude should be equal to IY1, magnitude should be equal to IB1. And each place displaced by 120 degrees. Here one thing is, what is the phase sequence of positive sequence component? It is very important. Now, which phase sequence the positive sequence components will be followed. Now, in the last class we discussed always the phase sequence can be measured in terms of clockwise direction. The phase sequence can be identified in the clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction, what are the phases are coming? In the clockwise, this is R phase is coming first, later Y phase is coming, later B phase. So that it is a RYB phase sequence. Here, another we say that we assume that my assumption is my original system phase sequence is RYB. It is my original system phase sequence. Now, the positive sequence component always follow the original phase sequence. Suppose my original phase sequence is RYB, my positive phase sequence is RYB. Suppose my original phase sequence is RBY, at that time my positive sequence component phase sequence should be RBY. Now what happened? The positive sequence component that follow the phase sequence same as the original phase sequence. What is the original phase sequence means? Before fault. What is the phase sequence the system is following? That is called original phase sequence. After the fault condition, what happened? The system going to unbalanced system. At the time what happened? Any unbalanced system component can be represented by three balanced components. That is positive sequence component, negative sequence component, and zero sequence component. Today we are going to discuss in detail what is the positive sequence component, and the negative sequence and zero sequence. In this positive sequence component, it is a satisfy the balance system condition, that is a magnitude should be equal and each phase displaced by 120 degrees, and follow the phase sequence same as the original phase sequence. This is about the introduction about the positive sequence component. Suppose if my original phase sequence is R by B, my positive sequence component phase sequence is R by B. My original phase sequence is RBY, my positive sequence component phase sequence is RBY. Don't always remember the positive sequence component is always RYB, because it is depend upon the original phase sequence. If the original phase sequence is R by B, it is R by B. If the original phase sequence is RB by, it will be RB by. This is about the positive sequence. Next we are going to for negative sequence. Next I am going to explain what is the negative sequence component. This sequence also balanced component. All the sequence component of the balanced systems, balanced component. Therefore, it will also satisfy the balanced system condition. That is, magnitude of IR2 that should be equal to magnitude of IY2 that should be equal to magnitude of IB2. Now again, we are going to draw the vector diagram. Again, each phase displayed by 120. This is IR2 vector. I am drawing this is IB2 vector. This is the IB2. Now, what is the balance system condition? All the phases are equal in magnitude and each phase displays by 120. Suffix 2 for negative sequence component. Negative sequence component of R phase, negative sequence component of B phase, negative sequence component of Y phase. All the phases are equal in magnitude and all are displayed by 120, 120. Now observe here in the clockwise, what is the phase sequence? Next we are going to identify what is the phase sequence. In the clockwise direction, observe in the clockwise direction, what are the phases are coming? That is, first R phase is coming, next B phase is coming, next Y phase. So suppose my assumption is my original phase sequence is R by B. If my original phase sequence is R by B, what is the phase sequence of negative sequence component? The phase sequence of negative sequence component is opposite to the original phase sequence. It is opposite to the original phase sequence. If the original phase sequence is R by B, my phase sequence is RB. Like that. The negative sequence components means all the phases are equal in magnitude and each phase displays 120 degrees and follow the phase sequence opposite to the original phase sequence. Suppose if my original phase sequence is R by B, what is the phase sequence of negative sequence component means RB. Suppose my original phase sequence, suppose my original phase sequence is RBY, my original phase sequence is RBY. What is the phase sequence of this negative sequence component is RB. It is opposite to the original phase sequence. Keep in mind, don't always remember the negative sequence component is RBY. When it is come RBY, then our phase sequence is original phase sequence is R by B. Simply remember the negative sequence component phase sequence is opposite to the original phase sequence. Now this is about the introduction about the negative sequence component. Next, last one we are going to discover is zero sequence component. Next, we are going to the zero sequence component. The zero sequence component also satisfy the balanced condition. Now here also the magnitudes all are equal, that is IR 0 magnitude equal to I by 0 magnitude equal to I by 0 magnitude. The name itself, what is the zero sequence means? There is no phase displacement of any phases, all are in phase. Means IR 0 vector, I by 0 vector, I by 0 vector, all are in phase. Can I write in this case, there is no phase displacement in the zero sequence component. Why? Because all the phases are in phase. No phase displacement. Therefore, there is no phase displacement. There is no talk about the phase sequence. So that you can write in this case, the vector itself equal here. IR0 vector equal to IY0 vector should be equal to IB0 vector. But it is not possible in case of positive sequence and negative sequence. The magnitude only be equal but not vector. Here, observe here. In this case, negative sequence, the magnitude only equal but not vector. That is, IR2 the vector is not equal to IY2, is not equal to IB2. Similarly, the positive sequence component also, IB1 vector, IR1 vector is not equal to IY1 vector is not equal to IB1 vector. Only magnitude are equal but not vector. But in case of zero sequence component, all the phases are equal in magnitude and all are in phase. Can we say that there is no phase displacement? Therefore, all vectors itself equal. Not only magnitude, vector itself equal. That is IR0 vector same as IY0 vector same as IB0. Now this over the introduction of the each symmetrical component. Next, we are going to see in the in the above equation. Again, I'm writing IR equal to IR0, IR1 plus IR2. Similarly, IY0 that equal to IY equal to IY0 plus IY1 plus IY2. Similarly, IB can write IB equal to IB0 plus IB1 plus IB2. Now, why are coming in the symmetrical component? Now, in this symmetrical component, how many components required to analyze the unbalanced system? For each phase, there are three: IR0, IR1, IR2, IY0, IY1, IY2, IB equal to IB0, IB2. Totally 9 components required to analyze the 3 unbalanced components. Here, 9 components are required in order to analyze this one. 9 components are required. Now, I want to reduce this 9 component. I want to reduce to this 9 component into 3 components. I want to reduce 9 components. Reduce 9 components to 3 components. What happened? My time is saved. Now, how to convert this 9 component into 3 component by using the operator K. Right. Next, we are going to introduce one more vector, that is the operator K. It is very, very important. Operator K. Some textbook they can follow A. Some textbook they can follow alpha. If you refer different textbook, they can refer different notation. But I always follow the K. Now that is the operator K. Now what is the operator K you are using? By using this operator K, I can convert this 9 component into 3 components. How? That we will going to discuss. Now this the operator K. K is a one vector. It is a one vector having unity magnitude and angle 120 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. 120 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. This is the operator K. Now I'm expanding this K equal to, I'm expanding K, it is a polar form. K equal to an angle of 120. Can I expand into polar form into rectangular, that is 1 sine 120. Now that is cos 120 minus sine 30, that is what will get minus 0.5. Let's say sine 120 cos 30 1.72 divided by 2, that equal to how much you get 0.866. This is the K value in the polar rectangular form. This is K value 0.5 plus J 0.866. K value in the polar form, K 1 at an angle of 120. This is the polar form. K value in the rectangular form minus 0.5 plus J 0.866. Now, similarly, what is the K square value? If you do that K square value, can write K into K. K square can write K into K, that is 1 at an angle of 120 into 1 at an angle of 120. Total how much will get? In the polar form, the magnitude r will be multiplied, angles are added. That is 120 plus 120, 240. It is a K square value in polar form. Now what is the K square value? K square value in the rectangular form. Expand this one, cos 120, cos 240, magnitude of 1 is there, plus J sine 120, sine 240. Now again, what is the cos 240? Again, cos 240 again will get minus 0.5, sin 240 minus J cos 30 minus J 0.8. This is the K square value. Next we are going to for K cube value. Now what is the K cube? The K cube equal to K into K into K. That you can write directly I am writing 1 at an angle of 360 degrees. 120 plus 120 plus 120, that will get 360. It is the polar form. Simply I can write 1 at an angle of 350. You can expand what is in the rectangular form. K cube equal to cos 360 plus J sine. What will be cos 360 will be 1, sin 360 will be 0. Final, what is the K cube we will get? K cube equal to, now this is about the introduction of the what is the operator K, or K in, K square and K cube. Now if we observe one thing in this observation, wait a minute. Now what are the some, so in the gate most of the time repeated asking question, and IES also. Now what is the different K values? What is the K power 4? What is the value of K power 4? Now what to do? What is the K power 4 you can write? Can I write K power 4 equal to, can I write K cube into K? We know that what is the K cube is 1. Now the K power 4 is nothing but K. That is K power 4 is nothing but. Similarly, what is the K power 6? K power 5. What is the K power 5 you can write? K power 5 equal to, can write K cube into K square, that equal to K cube is 1, that equal to K square. The K power 5 you can write K square. Now similarly I want to test K power 6. What is it? K power 6 can write K cube into whole square. k cube whole square, that is k cube is 1 square equal to. Similarly, what is the k power 9, k power 12, k power 15, like so on. The the multiples of power of 3. The multiples of power of 3 is always equal to 1. Like k power 81, that equal to 1. Because of the k power 6, you can write k cube into whole square, that is equal to 1 square, you will get 1. K power 9, you can write k cube into whole cube. K power 12, k cube into whole power 4, means the multiples of power of 3, the multiple of power of 3 will get 1. Now suppose I want to sum most of the examination, one more question. What is k power 244? How to do? Here generally we do this one. What this given power divided by 3, how much remainder will get? That value like this. 244 divided by 3. We get remainder will be 1. The remainder will be 1. So that we get k power 244 get like k power 243 into k like this. K power 240 means it is all the multiples of the multiple of 3. So that what we get? Understood this one. The k power 244 you can write k power 243 to k, that is equal to k. Now similar another way you can define the 244 by divided by 3. How much remainder we get? That remainder power of k. Similarly, you can check that k power 83. What is k power 83? Again 83 divided by 3. What is the remainder we will get? 2. The answer will be k square. K power 83, the answer will be k square. Or another way you can do the k power 83. The k power 83 you can write as k power 81 into k square. Okay, 81 plus 83. Again k power 81 is nothing but multiples of 3. Yeah, that equal 1 into k square. That equal to k square. Otherwise, very simple how to find any power divided by 3, how much remainder will get? The power of k. Like, okay, it is this about the k square, k cube, k power 4, any power of k, you can easily determine what is the value. Already we know what is the k value at k square value, you can determine k value equal to minus 0.5 plus j 0.66, k square equal to minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. What is the k cube value? 1 10 of 360, that equal to 1. Now this is about the operator k. And generally, the most of the time, we are getting one relation. The relation is what is the 1 plus k plus k square. The following answer is between this relation. What is 1 plus k plus k square? Substitute what is the value here. Right, 1 as same as this. What is the k value, right? That is minus 0.5 plus j 0.06. Already derived. What is the k square value? That is plus into minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. Finally, what I get? 1 minus 0.5 plus j 0.866 minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. Here, this minus this plus will cancel. Minus 0.5 minus 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Finally, remember any derivation with 1 plus k square. What is the value? It is 0. For proving this one, no need to again prove. Remember, this relation will come in the most of the fault calculations and so many relations we're getting this 1 plus k square. The 1 plus k square equal to 0. Now we have to remember this relation. Okay. Next, next we are going to discuss what we discussed today. What are the what is the operator K? Now we have learned about the what is the process sequence component and what is the vector diagram. Now what is the phase sequence of process sequence component is same as the original phase sequence. What is the negative sequence component? It is the same as the opposite to the original phase sequence. And the zero sequence component means there is no phase sequence because of all are in phase. Next, here we want to analyze any unbalanced system. We have to determine 9 symmetrical components. Therefore, for determination of these 9 symmetrical components, the time required is more. In order to reduce this time, again I am going to convert this 9 component into 3 components by using the operator k. What is the operator k? K is a one vector. It is a 199 unity magnitude having 130 degrees angle in anti-clockwise direction. Next, we are going to discuss in detail what is the K. A is the 1 at an angle of 120. It is the polar form and convert into rectangular form. That is K equal to minus 0.5 plus J 0.866. Similar, what is the K square value? 1 at an angle of 220. That value is minus 0.5 minus J 0.866. And the K cube is equal to 1 at an angle of 360. The K cube is equal to 1. And next, what is the K for 4? You can write as K cube into K. And K for 5, you can write K for 5 into equal to K cube into K square. The K cube equal to 1. Therefore, K for 4 equal to K and K for 5 equal to K square. Similarly, you can write any value, any power of K, you can easily determine. That is, the power divided by 3, how much remainder will get? That remainder should be power of K. That is, K to power of remainder of that number. Okay, or on multiple of 3, and that is a multiples of k, multiples of 3 power always equal to 1. This is about k power 9, we done k power 9, k power 2 power k power 15, up to that as k power 81, all are equal to 1. And what is the k power 83? We can write as 83 divided by 2, 3. How much remainder we get? 2. That value equal to k square. Similarly, what is the 1 plus k square? That equal to 0. You have to remember this 1 plus k square. Next class, we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss now what are the IY1 in terms of IR1, IB1 in terms of IR1, IR2 IY2 in terms of IR2, and IB2 in terms of IR2. And again, what is the unbalanced quantity IR, IY, IB in terms of 3 sequence components, that is IR0, IR1, IR2. We are going to determine one matrix that will be discussed in the next class. If you like this video, all of you share to your friends, those are preparing for the GATE examination. Okay, and daily I will upload each video. If you like the video, you can comment, like, and you can put any comments in the YouTube. I will be upload these videos daily for one. I in the power system. First time starting for symmetric component. Next we are to introduce the fault analysis like reactance diagram. Next we are going to discuss stability. Okay, these are the very important topics in the power system. The most of the GATE examination, the questions coming from these topics only. People, if you like the video, you can like and share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.